Hey, Greg.
Hi.
So tell me a little bit about your BMW i8.
Yeah, sure. So I bought this back in November of last year, and in a way, almost a little bit on a whim. So we were looking about a month earlier for a new car for my daughter. They had, at the BMW dealership, they had an old Subaru that looked like it was exactly what we wanted.
Great.
So we went and looked at the Subaru and decided to buy it, and while we're sitting there doing all the paperwork, taking, 10 years like it always does to buy a car, they had this i8 sitting in their showroom. I got in it, kind of sat in it. It's like,
one thing led to another.
This is pretty cool, pretty cool. And then about a month later, we went back actually to look at M3s.
Oh,
and,
nice. Love those.
And so we looked at a couple M3s, and I didn't like them as much as I thought I would. I did the way the clutch was and the gearbox. I think I was comparing it too much to my Porsche.
Okay.
And it was a little bit different. And so we got back and sat in this thing again. It's like, you like it. And, we talked them into letting us take on a test drive, and
I guess they don't do that for everybody, right?
no, it took a little talking into it. They had to drive it out. They're like, oh, you better be serious about buying it if you're going to test drive it. A lot of fun when you put it in the sport mode. And what's nice is when you don't, like when I drive to work, if it's, I'm just kind of driving, just kind of enjoying stuff, I get like 45 miles a gallon equivalent between the electric and the gas. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, hard to get 357 horsepower with that kind of fuel economy.
Exactly. And so if you drive it hard, it's fun, but if you drive it light, you get really good gas mileage, which is kind of nice.
So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
I think so. Yeah. So I think that's part of what I think they were thinking about when they designed it.
Yeah, it's definitely got a niche appeal. It's kind of the crossover between car guys and tech guys that this appeals to. There's really nothing comparable. No plug-in electric hybrids that are this sporty.
Yes. Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
going to find a Chevy Volt or a Prius that gets your heart racing like this.
And even a Tesla is fast, but it's a sedan. So the other thing I liked is it's not very common, so it's
a real head turner.
Yeah, exactly. So
cool. Can we take it for a drive?
Yes. Let's go ahead. Do it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
So the car's got 3 modes. It's got Comfort, Eco, Pro, and Sport, right?
Actually, there's 4 modes.
4? Okay, what's the fourth one?
There's e-drive, where it's 100% electric.
Oh, okay. You got like a 15-mile range with that, right?
About, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Charged it today. It was 34 cents.
34 cents, and that got you up from
basically
0
nothing.
miles?
I was like 0,
Yeah, now you got an 11-mile range on it, right?
Yeah.
That's nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, I mean, for 34 cents, that's cheaper than any gasoline you can buy.
Yeah, no, I figured it out. It's about equivalent to like 50 some odd miles a gallon. So.
Okay. Man, this thing will put you in the seat, huh?
Yeah. It's not the fastest car, but it's definitely quick.
Man, it sounds like the future.
Yeah. I like that.
You got the turbo inline 3 running right next to the motors, just making it sound like an alien spaceship. I'm not entirely convinced that Germans designed this. I think it was aliens.
Yeah, well, I like the kind of the interior. It makes you feel like you're in a spaceship.
Yeah. So what do you like best about the car?
That it's very refined in the way it feels, and getting in it, I like the spaceship kind of thing. These things all turned blue.
Yeah, all the little blue accents, the stitching and stuff.
Yeah, and then there's lights, so little LED lights in there and stuff. So, and I like that it kind of has 2 personalities. If you just want to drive it around, you can go to eco mode, and then if you want to drive it hard, you put it in the sport mode.
Yeah, kind of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing going on. Yeah, the build quality is really nice. There's nothing rattling around. It's a very quiet ride. I mean, we're doing 50 and it feels like we could be standing still.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, those regenerative brakes sound cool too.
Yeah. That's probably one of the things. They can be a little touchy because based upon exactly where you are, sometimes they kind of vary a little bit.
Okay.
Then you can go to pure e-drive, she won't be so fast anymore.
Disengages the clutch and shuts off the engine and everything.
The engine's all done, yeah.
Yeah.
So no matter what I do, I don't know. Actually, I haven't really tested it out. I haven't figured out what happens when you run out of electricity in drive mode.
Well, it probably switched the gas engine, right?
That'd be my guess. But
And conversely, if you ran out of gasoline, it'd probably just go over to e-drive, huh?
hopefully.
Hopefully.
I
Yeah.
haven't,
Yeah, not exactly trying to test that one out, are you?
Oh, it comes on still, even in e-drive.
Oh, if you really punch the
I
throttle?
guess so, yeah. I guess I've never done it before, so.
Yeah, the little screen popped up and shit said,
which is probably
popped on
good.
the engine.
Probably good. That way, if you have an emergency or whatever, you need to go somewhere.
Car's coming up behind you on the freeway and
Yeah.
they're going to rear end you. Yeah, it's amazing how fast the engine can turn on, though.
Yeah, it pops right on.
Yeah, it wasn't, there was no hesitation, no kind of jerky clutch engagement or anything.
Yeah, the interface is pretty good. You don't feel it. Sometimes you do, but usually it's pretty smooth between when the engine kicks on.
Yeah, they spent their time getting this one right, huh?
Yeah, a lot of work to do that. Especially since they're driving 2 separate wheels.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got to keep those synchronized.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be an engineering challenge in itself. But, I mean, heck, for BMW, that was probably the easy part.
I bet that was one of the harder parts of the whole thing, so.
Yeah, because the motors aren't exactly identical, are they? Isn't there a more powerful motor in the rear? Or
Yeah,
are they
the rear is like 260 or something like that, and then the front's 100 or 110, the electric motor.
Huh, it's, okay. A almost 360 horsepower gas electric hybrid.
Right.
And they still haven't figured out a way to keep your stuff from falling in between the seat and the center console.
That won't change. If anything, it's worse because they cram everything in all tight and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. The battery's right in the middle here, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking, well, why does the center console need to be that big? But I remember seeing a diagram, they just stuffed the battery right there. I mean, it's not that big, relatively. It's a 7.1 kilowatt hour battery.
Yeah, it's a pretty small battery.
Yeah, it might be a little off on the number.
It's just there really for the boost part, and then just for going around town. So, I mean, it works fine going around town. It works perfect.
Now it's got a little joystick shifter. The Prius has got the same thing. At the car wash I worked in, I tell people to put it in neutral. They had no idea how.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Greg.
Yep, thank you. Nice riding with you.
Hey, nice riding with you. Now if I can, there we go. That's all you gotta do to get the door open. Nice and easy.